Good day to all my companions, associates, and acquaintances. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're a new face, welcome. I am your comical host, the jack of all trades, the world's most eccentric thought provoker, Firawano. How are you all doing today? Since I have your attention, before we get into the video, I would like to remind everyone to leave a like on the video if you like what you see, sub if you're not already, and you enjoy the content on the channel. And leave a comment telling me some good news or something good that's happened to you in the past week, or something good that you would want to have happen to you in this coming week. Or just leave a comment about whatever the topic of today's video is. With all of that out of the way, let us begin. So, over the last few seasons of Apex, we've seen characters like Mirage and Lifeline have unique abilities when it comes to reviving their teammates. Lifeline's is the drone, but before she got that drone, she had to manually revive teammates herself. Mirage, when he goes to revive a teammate, he can go invisible. And I think that's a pretty cool trait. And I believe that every legend should do something special when they revive a teammate. Not just Mirage, the golden backpack, Lifeline, and Gibby in his dome, because he can revive you a lot sooner. I came up with a few ideas for other legends. I'm going to just shoot them off to you. I hope you all enjoy this video. So, let's begin. So let's start this video off with the legend in slot number 1, the one who speaks to the Allfather, Bloodhunder. And what I came up with for him is that when he is reviving a teammate, he gets a small circle around him that he can see if a hostile enemy is approaching, or if they're behind a wall, he can see them coming up. I think that fits his style very well, so even if he's reviving, he can see if someone's coming around a corner, because when you're reviving, they don't let you, for some reason, turn the camera around to check things out, but you can if you're using an emote. That one just didn't always sit right with me, but it is what it is. The next legend, Bangalore, and what I came up with is that she can create a small smoke screen, which doesn't seem big unless it's done inside a building. Then that small area can fill up. But I didn't want to try to give her an ability that it was too OP, like a speed boost to her revive. No, she can just get her a small little smoke screen. Or, I just thought this one up on the fly, she gets one of her ult missiles right next to her, and if an enemy comes near her while she's reviving, it will detonate. Which, now that I think about it, that idea actually seems better than the first. On to the next legend, we have Caustic. And just like Bangalore's first, he would create a small gas cloud that doesn't do damage, but disrupts a person's vision and aim assist. So that way he has a better chance of sticking his revive. And I don't really see Caustic needing anything else. So that is all he would really need. Next character I have is Crypto. And what I came up with, he can use his drone to revive, but it takes a little bit longer if it was Crypto. So that way, his drone has more priority than if he was to come out and do it himself. Because his drone can already revive, like respawn teammates with the click of a button, while the rest of us are sitting around having to wait 5 to 10 seconds holding the button until our teammate decides he wants to respawn. And that would fit in with the way Crypto works because he's not really the legend. He's just the guy behind the legend. The real legend is Crypto's drone. Okay, so the next legend on my list is Old Man Fousey. And what I got for him is, whenever he revives a teammate, he would create a firewall that would do one of two things before it disappears. Either slow any enemies down that enter it, or deflect or redirect bullets that are shot through it, giving him a better chance of survival. Or a better chance of survival while reviving his teammates because the bullets can't hit him. Next legend, it was Horizon. And the ability that I came up with for Horizon was she would create a repulsor blast that would push enemies away from her while she's reviving. Or, the pulse would redirect bullets or push them away altogether. Or her other ability that I came up with was she would slow all enemies down within a vicinity of her due to intense gravity, just like her ults me. Which is dope because if it's the repulsor, you can't approach certain ways. Like say if you're coming through a door and the repulsor's going off and it's pushing you out, well, you can't go through that door. So now you have to find another way around to get to her while she's reviving, which gives her a better chance. The next legend on the list is Loba. And I didn't really come up with too many good ideas for Loba, but the one that I came up with that really seems practical is if she sticks, once she goes for the revive, she randomly teleports somewhere close to where the revive point was at. So say if she was reviving in let's go with Geyser. If she was at Geyser and she was all the way back, like reviving at the entrance of the tunnel, once she does that, it would teleport her, say, to where the respawn beacon would be at, just a few feet away. So that way, she's not where the enemy thinks they have to go look for her, but she's somewhere close by that it's not a cat and mouse game. And there would be like a stream of it would be a stream that follows her wherever she would teleport, just like with her bracelet. The other idea that I have for her is whenever she revives you, she would revive you with, some healing items or some shield cells or whatever you don't have an adequate amount of to get you back at 100% after she gets you up. But on to the next legend on the list, and it is Octane. And the abilities that I have for him is he either stem shots and revives a person faster, which, that one kind of seems self-explanatory. Or, once a player is revived, they get a temporary speed boost, like on, what game was it? Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. One of the abilities when you revive a down teammate is they get a ridiculous speed boost. Both of you do. It gives you enough time to run away from the zombies. That one seemed like it would fit Octane, giving everybody a chance to, boost away from a dangerous situation. Now, the next legend on the list would be dear old Pathfinder. And what I came up with him is just like what he does with the beacons. He can scan a small area, like a small area around him. You can see it in the mini-map size area. It does one good scan, and if any enemy is nearby, they just show up on his mini-map. You can't see them through walls. They just show up on your mini-map, and it's for like maybe 3 to 5 seconds tops. I don't know how long it really takes to revive somebody. I need to go do that math. But it only lasts for a few seconds, so it's like a blink and you miss it type deal. But there's enough time for you to actually look over at the mini-map and see where the enemies are coming from. The next character is Old Renpot. And all I came up with is she'll drop a triangle shaped shield that eats 35, well, let's go with 50. It'll eat enough damage to where half a clip of a gun will destroy the whole entire like structure. So no like hella damage absorbing shields for her. Just something small that, you know, maybe even itself can just be cover, because somebody will run by you and they won't even notice you're there. Stuff like that. But that's really all she needs, because anything else it would be Sheila, like a little mini turret that just sticks out, and if an enemy comes near, it lays down suppressive fire. Alright, the next on the list is Valkyrie, and she can pick up a down player and fly them out of danger, but if she does this, she can't revive them for 10 seconds after flying them away, which seems like a very useful ability, because it's kind of crappy. You can get somebody out of danger and just insta revive them after you do it, but placing this restriction on it or limitation would really make people think about where they would take the down teammate, or if they would be better off just picking them up now and not having to deal with that penalty at all. The next character is Revenant. Love him. And what I have for is he can instantly revive a player, but they'll be at 1 HP and their abilities are on cooldown. Something like what his totem did when he was first introduced, when you would pretty much use the totem and be down, it would teleport you back to the totem with your shield, but 1 HP. And I think this would be a good way of bringing that same concept back, but with a different twist too. But the next legend we have is Wattson. And what I have for her is when she revives you, you get 1 bar of shield. If she's got a gold backpack, then a full bar of shield. Or she can block all incoming nades up to a maximum of say 2 or 3 whenever she's trying to revive, you know, just like her alt, the pylon, which stops all grenades and alts like Bangalore's and Gibby's and Valkyrie. Or, you know, once again, she can, if an alt is used, instead of stopping grenades, say Gibby, she could stop maybe 2 of his alts from hitting her and her teammate while she's reviving, something like that. Or another idea I had is when she's reviving a teammate, she can place a perimeter on the nearest door or walkway or hallway near her. Like if it's in her line of sight, she can hit the trigger button and the wall will place. Which sounds like another defensive dope ideal, but we want it to be in Wattson, she should already be doing that. Wrapping up this list with the final legend, we have Wraith. And what I came up with is she can phase the revival for 1 second, and she can pick when she gets to phase. And what I mean is, while she's sitting here healing, you both just phase. You phase, unlike Mirage who just disappeared, you phase when Wraith does her ability, but it's only for like a split second, maybe 1.5 seconds or 1 second tops, because a lot of things can happen in 1 second, and you having a chance to just not have to deal with it at all, be able to be revived, or be in a position to where you can stick the revival better, because Wraith is dope like that. And if she has voices in her head that help her when she's not phased or when she is phased, then how come she can't pass that ability along to other people? Or another one, while she's reviving, a voice in her head would tell her how many enemies are nearby, or if any danger is close to her. Or once the teammates revive, they get one inner voice to use. Just depends on, where, if a situation even occurs, like with Wraith, that the voice would speak. But that is all of the legends in Apex Legends so far. I can't wait to hear some of your opinions and thoughts. Maybe you guys have your own ideals of abilities or special traits, the legends can have when they're reviving somebody. I hope I hear a crap ton of good ideals, and maybe Respawn will actually listen to this and steal some of these ideals. Well, hey there. It looks like someone got caught up in all my eccentricness and made it to this point of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's content, because I enjoyed having your company. But like all good things, this video must finally come to its end. Before I release you all back out into the world, I would like to ask you all to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't and you enjoy the content you see, and leave a comment so I know that I'm not just talking to myself all day and someone really does care about my opinion. Remember that you are loved, you are strong, you are unique, you are worthy, and you always have been. I am your host, Gamer Wano, releasing you all out to the world. Have a nice day. Peace.